see, life will be very different after COVID. In many ways, right from government policies on from there to an individual behavior. Government policies would be more, in terms of how to be self-sufficient. It will be more inward looking. What we have seen so far is an expansion on a multinationalism or globalization, and how productivity can be increased no matter where it is done, work is done, or manufacturing is done, or whatever, right? That's going to go more into self-sufficiency and inward looking. In that way, so what I would say is, like, for example, India would want to say, if something like this breaks out again, would I have enough masks? Would I have enough ventilators? Would I have enough medicine, vaccinations, whatever, without having to deploy that, importing it from another country? So that self-sufficiency might lead, the government to encourage more investments in critical industries. And the second thing is, on an individual basis, on a household basis, there will be more concentration on sanitization. People probably will be washing hands more often, cleaning their doorknobs more often, cleaning their phones and whatever it is, right? So that's going to create a boom in sanitization industry. Like in US, what we are seeing is companies like 3M, it's growing in this time, and they're increasing their production. Could be anything from sanitizer to masks. So we need to look at, like, the future startups, the people who are going to come into this field. They need to look at these kind of macros where, as I said, self-sufficiency, change in lifestyle. And one thing was very important from what Manish said earlier, and Gaurav, like, there's two things where I see is like a telemedicine, home care, online pharmacies. So even that kind of businesses will take precedence, or would get more focus going forward. So I would advise in that, like, a macro trends on, what I said, as a able to reach out to healthcare in a need, and a government being self-sufficient, and households being more focused on being clean, sanitized, and improving their lifestyle in terms of, what food they're eating, more workout, and more clean and all that.
I would agree.
I think moving forward, Sachin, one important aspect will be that the healthcare sector will now become number one priority. And I think it is not for India, I think it is globally. On the rank, I think we are almost like 112 as compared to all the other countries. We are very short in terms of manpower. We are very short in terms of number of beds. Number of ICU beds, we are extremely low. So now I think moving forward, we will see a lot of investment coming in the healthcare sector. Not maybe the government wanted it, because earlier our percentage to GDP investment in healthcare was very low. But I think moving forward, we cannot compromise on investment in healthcare. So we will see a very focused approach on healthcare. And second, I think we all, in our struggle for becoming an economic superior nation, a number one nation in terms of our economic strength, we forgot that healthy nation is critical for achieving your superior economic strength. So now I think we will all realize that health is equally important. If we are talking about a number one in terms of our GDP, in terms of our economy, we will start measuring our health KPIs. So I think that will be a mindset shift that is going to happen. And I personally, in my 26 years in healthcare, have not seen such kind of focus from government, from stakeholders on healthcare. So I think moving forward, I personally believe that healthcare will be a very promising sector in the future.
Absolutely.
If would for startups, I would suggest that look for 5 to 10 years down the line. That is your competition. The changing environment would hit. It's a reset time where the reset button has been pressed. So the industries, established industries, they also need to relook at their product portfolio. their existing strengths, if they can utilize their manufacturing capacities, for example, to undertake newer avenues of manufacturing, that could also serve a great deal. Plus, re-strategizing and reprioritizing, as Viren mentioned, Gaurav and Raj, the newer avenues, AI, ML based solutions, home care, remote monitoring, etc., which were previously we were not considering. And India is 52nd in the innovation rank across the world. And with this panic button pressed all across, people are looking at India for innovative, frugal and but higher quality without compromising on the quality solutions that can be quickly deployed. At the center, we get lots of reach outs by several country representations that we want to engage with India to harness innovation strength. So there is a whole lot that everybody else within the country as well as outside the country looking at this innovation ecosystem. So I think this is the right opportunity to move forward.